Prominent lawyer Alex Murdaugh's life unraveled when he was accused of murdering his wife and son. But as the trial unfolded, a web of deceit, corruption, and greed was exposed. Follow the gripping true crime story of Alex Murdaugh's downfall and the shocking revelations that stunned the nation. A powerful family dynasty. A double murder that shocked the nation. And a web of lies so twisted, it'll leave you speechless. This is the true crime story of Alex Murdaugh, a tale of murder, greed, and deceit that unraveled in South Carolina's Lowcountry. Buckle up, because you won't believe what happens next. Welcome to the heart of South Carolina's Lowcountry, where the Murdaugh family name once stood for power, wealth, and justice. For over 100 years, this legal dynasty ruled the 14th Judicial Circuit like modern-day royalty. They were the untouchables, solicitors, attorneys, pillars of the community. But beneath this polished exterior lurked dark secrets that would erupt into one of the most jaw-dropping true crime scandals in American history. This is no ordinary true crime documentary. This is the story of the Murdaugh murders, a saga so packed with betrayal, financial fraud, and courtroom drama that it's still sending shockwaves today. So grab a snack, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into the twisted trial of Alex Murdaugh. Our story begins on February 24, 2019, a night that would crack the Murdaugh family's pristine reputation wide open. Picture this, a group of teenagers, carefree and reckless, pile into a boat for a late-night joyride. Among them is Paul Murdaugh, the 19-year-old son of Alex Murdaugh, a man born into privilege and power. The air is thick with humidity, the river is dark, and the group is fueled by alcohol and youthful bravado. Mallory Beach was one of them. Just 19 years old, full of life, her future stretching out ahead of her. But that night, everything changed. Allegedly drunk and behind the wheel of the boat, Paul Murdaugh lost control. The vessel slammed into a bridge piling with a sickening crunch. Screams pierced the night as chaos erupted. Mallory was thrown overboard. Her friends scrambled to find her in the freezing, murky water, but it was too late. Days later, her body was recovered, and a wrongful death lawsuit followed. The Murdaugh family, though, didn't flinch, at least not publicly. Whispers began to swirl. Were they pulling strings behind the scenes to protect Paul? Was their influence shielding them from justice? The boat crash wasn't just a tragedy, it was the spark that lit the fuse. For 2 years, the Murdaughs clung to their power, deflecting lawsuits and scrutiny. But the cracks were forming. And on June 7, 2021, those cracks would explode into a full-blown nightmare. Fast forward to a humid summer night in 2021. The Moselle estate, once a symbol of the Murdaugh family's wealth, became the stage for a horror no one saw coming. At 10:06 p.m. a frantic 911 call pierced the quiet.
I need the police and an ambulance immediately. My wife and son have been shot badly.
What officers found was chilling. Maggie Murdaugh, 52, and her son Paul, now 22, lay dead near the dog kennels. Maggie had been shot 5 times with an AR-15 style rifle. Paul. His death was even more brutal, 2 shotgun blasts, one obliterating his head. This wasn't a random attack. This was personal. Alex claimed he'd been out checking on a family member and returned home to find the carnage. He sobbed to police, painting himself as a grieving husband and father. But something didn't add up. No murder weapons were found. No signs of a break-in. And Alex? His story had holes that investigators couldn't ignore. Rumors spread like wildfire. Was this retribution for the boat crash? A drug deal gone wrong? Or something even darker tied to the Murdaugh legacy? The South Carolina scandal was about to get a lot messier. As police dug into the murders, they stumbled into a labyrinth of lies. Alex Murdaugh wasn't just a grieving widower, he was a crook. For years, he'd been siphoning millions from his law firm and vulnerable clients, people who trusted him with their life savings. This wasn't petty theft, we're talking upwards of $10 million. The house of cards was collapsing. Partners at his firm confronted him. Clients sued. And then came the bombshells. Alex was addicted to opioids, spending thousands a week on pills. He'd even tried to scam his own insurance company years earlier. The Murdaugh name was rotting from the inside. But the wildest twist was yet to come. 3 months after the murders, Alex did something so bizarre, it defied belief. This true crime story was about to take a turn into pure desperation. September 4, 2021, just when you thought this couldn't get weirder. Alex Murdaugh called 911 again, claiming he'd been shot in the head while fixing a flat tire. A good Samaritan found him bleeding on the roadside. The nation held its breath. Was this a revenge hit tied to the murders? But the story crumbled fast. The wound was superficial, just a graze. No shell casings, no witnesses, no evidence of a shooter. Then, a bombshell. Alex confessed he'd paid a distant cousin, Curtis Eddie Smith, to shoot him. Why? To stage his own death so his surviving son, Buster, could collect a $10 million life insurance payout. It was a botched plan by a man drowning in debt and despair. The Alex Murdaugh trial was about to become the shocking courtroom drama of the decade. January 2023, the trial of the century began. For 6 weeks, the nation watched as prosecutors painted Alex Murdaugh as a cold-blooded killer. The evidence, overwhelming. Cell phone data tracked his every move. Witnesses exposed his lies. But the knockout punch? A video Paul recorded at the kennels minutes before his death. Alex had sworn he wasn't there that night. But there he was, caught on tape, just steps from the murder scene. The courtroom gasped. The jury leaned in. His defense scrambled, but the noose was tightening. Prosecutors argued he killed Maggie and Paul to distract from his financial crimes, to buy time and sympathy. Alex took the stand, sobbing, denying it all. But the evidence spoke louder than his tears. March 2, 2023, after days of deliberation, the verdict landed like a thunderclap. Guilty on all counts, 2 murders, a lifetime behind bars with no parole. The once mighty Alex Murdaugh was led away in handcuffs, his legacy in ruins. The Murdaugh murders became more than a case, they became a warning. No amount of wealth or power can outrun justice forever. The Moselle estate, once a crown jewel, now sits empty, a ghostly reminder of a family's fall. What do you think? Did Alex kill to cover his tracks, or is there more to this twisted tale? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you're obsessed with true crime, and subscribe for more shocking stories like this. Until next time, stay curious, and stay safe.